Hey folks, this is Matt once again, and I really wanted to do a review on this film called Runaway. Yes, I know it's false advertising because Tom Selleck never gets this done, the bad guy does, but that's how it goes sometimes. But Runaway, this is a film I loved ever since I was a kid. I do think it's very underrated. It's actually written and directed by Michael Crichton. Now, this guy, Michael Crichton, even by this time in 1984, he had written and directed Coma, Westworld. He wrote, I'm not sure the script, but I know the story, The Andromeda Strain, I believe. I believe that's what it's called. I think by this time he had wrote Eaters of the Dead, Condo. But like I said, for films he written and directed, Westworld and Coma and other stuff. I think a film called Looker, which I've never seen. I've heard bad things about, but I love Runaway. Now, unfortunately, at the time, I'm sure they thought this would be a big film, because, Tom Selleck at the time, he's doing Magnum P.I. Your main villain is Gene Simmons from Kiss, which he actually does a good job. But you also have Kirstie Alley, and the woman here, Cynthia Rhodes, she's a very beautiful lady. You actually have the kid who would later go on to star in Flight of the Navigator. The kid who's starring in Flight of the Navigator, he actually plays Tom Selleck's son, little boy. And written and directed by Michael Crichton. You have music by Jerry Goldsmith, electronic score, and he does a great job with it. But I think because in '84 you had another film come out with James Cameron called The Terminator. So I think The Terminator sort of took the juice out of Runaway, which is sad. It's very sad because Runaway, I love Runaway. Tom Selleck is a guy named Ramsey, and he's part of the Runaway Squad. Basically, in the future, people have robots like appliances, to do the work for them, or in their everyday lives, cooking, and workforces, stuff like that, agriculture. And when they go apeshit, they have a Runaway Squad to go and fix the problem. And so, first right off the bat, you have, even the opening credits, you have this beautiful music by Jerry Goldsmith. He does a great job with the score. I love the score by Jerry Goldsmith in this film. And, yeah, it's total 80s, but I love that. And he's introduced to his partner, Cynthia Rhodes, who is a beautiful, I think most people may know her. I think she was in Dirty Dancing. I think she was the dance partner of Patrick Swayze before he went with Jennifer Grey, I think. But I think that's Dirty Dancing. I think she was on a tiny role in Flashdance as well. But Cynthia Rhodes didn't do too much, and that's too bad. She did a decent job. Beautiful. I think she's hot. But she doesn't act like a damsel in distress. Like she is Ramsey's, Tom Selleck's partner. And I think she was strong, but she wasn't a wimp. She wasn't a damsel in distress. Help me, thankfully. And she did a great job. I actually liked her, and I love Tom Selleck in the movie as Ramsey. I think he did an excellent job. Now, I'm a Tom Selleck fan. 3 Men and a Baby, and this film being my favorites of his. But yeah, their first job is in the film is agriculture machine. I like how they're going in first you're on the way there. You establish Tom Selleck's fear of heights, which comes into play, and I like that they're trying to get and you have these guys, farmers, in a standby, just giving them shit what, we could do that, oh yeah, great job, buddy, just giving them shit normal people would do. I like that people on the side just giving them shit. And basically they're going into the cornfields or whatever and trying to grab the machine, trying to stop it. And they grab it and it blows up in their faces. They're covered with smoke and people, they're kind of laughing at them. Then you get back and, Cynthia Rhodes talks to Stan Shaw. He's a guy, you've seen him in a couple films, like Daylight. And, you look up Stan Shaw, I think he was in Pork Chop Hill. I think that was the film. Stan Shaw, he's a capable actor. He tells Cynthia Rhodes why he's on the Runaway Squad, why he's they're not on the streets. Because I guess, and you feel sorry for Tom Selleck's character and the fact that he was going after a suspect. It was a construction site. He got afraid of the, the heights, and the guy got away, and later on he killed 6 people. And she's like, well, that's not his fault. I mean, he's like, I know, but, he doesn't want that to happen again. And he wants to be able to get the guy. No one ever escaped again. And, he's on the Runaway squad. And then we're introduced our main plot where you have this madman, Gene Simmons. And Gene Simmons definitely looks the part of a bad guy, but he does it really good. Like, I think he has a good voice. Like, you think rock singer, you think shitty actor, but I honestly don't think Gene Simmons is a shitty actor. I really don't. He played a bad guy in Wanted Dead or Alive also with Rutger Hauer, but I liked him better than this. He played a great bad guy. Like, he has the look of it, he has the voice of it, and it's not like I am trying to remember my lines. It's like he's having fun with the role, and Gene Simmons, he played a really good bad guy, Luther. And yeah, one of my favorite scenes where we get to this guy Johnson, his family. Basically, there's this robot that has gone runaway and has killed some people with a butcher knife. I guess they ran out and they died out there, and there's still a baby inside. So Tom Selleck gets his gear on to go in, and I really liked the way it was done because I thought Michael Crichton really did well with the suspense, and I think the music helps. Granted, it's kind of stupid because the aspect that the fucking guy with the video camera comes in, I'm like, there's other cops there. I think they could have held that motherfucker back. But hey, it's the future. Maybe they're like, hey, you want to die? Fine, go fuck yourself. But, the guy with the video camera, he was a fucking idiot. I'm like, this guy deserves to die just being a fucking moron. So he doesn't spread these idiotic seeds. But he gets killed. But, because now the robot has a gun. I like that, like, they have these floaters, like a flying security camera that goes in and it gets blasted. It was a really good suspense for Tom Selleck, and, nearly getting shot, and I thought it was well done. And he's able to save the baby, and one thing leads to another. There was these 2 guys who was working with Luther. One of them is Johnson, whose, family was fucked up. The other is this guy who wants his money, and the whole point is Gene Simmons wants these chips. You put these chips in, they fuck up your machines, turn into killers, basically. And he wants them for whoever is the highest bidder. He's a mastermind, so he gives the guys money, but most of it's fake. And he has these, I love these robots, these robotic spiders, like you see there, because they shoot shit into you, and it's like fucking acid. And for the most part, they always burn up, and like the guy gets shit on his face, and his whole face and body burns up. I love that shit. Then you have scenes introducing Tom Selleck's son, like I said, it's a kid from who would be on Flight of the Navigator. And they have a machine, I think Lois, a machine there. Him and Cynthia Rhodes connecting. The kid did a good job, he wasn't really that annoying. You have like another plot. They kind of cut in syndication. Like when I saw on TV, it was cut. Doesn't fit but it again establishes Tom Selleck's fear of heights, where this thing is on construction, it keeps stacking stuff, and she goes up and stops it. But it's just to show Tom Selleck's fear of heights. And you have another awesome fucking sequence where they, long story short, they find this Johnson guy, and he runs for it because he sees Gene Simmons. And I love the music that Jerry Goldsmith pumped here. Down, 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 down. And you have the awesome Gene Simmons gun, the smart bullet, I call it, the heat-seeking little missiles. He fires these little heat-seeking missiles that goes, the point of view of it, and going through little pipes, and will go around corners, and come right after this Johnson character. And he's running, and he shoots it. It goes around corners, goes right by Tom Selleck, goes right to the guy Johnson hits him right in the back. And you find out it's a heat-seeking bullet. A long story short, I know, I always say that, but it's always long. One thing leads to another, and they're going over this guy's personal files, and there's a runaway in that building. You introduce Kirstie Alley's character. You got kind of a funny scene where he's trying to act macho. Yeah, I don't need any pads, because I guess he kind of likes Kirstie Alley, although I go with Cynthia Rhodes more, to be honest. I think Cynthia Rhodes is better, but Kirstie Alley, I like her. She's good in this movie. And he gets zapped, he gets stunned. He's like, you want the jacket now, you know, to get rid of it? No. And he tries and he hits his head on the fucking desk and he's getting pissed. And he finally gets his man and smashes the shit out. And the guy working like, you didn't have to do that. Messed up my jacket. But you find Kirstie Alley is actually working with Luther, wanting him to steal these chips from the safe. And let's see. You also have the scene where she tells him info. He goes and things go fucked up. He's shooting it coming around corners, killing cops, and gets one into her partner Cynthia Rhodes, but it doesn't explode. And you know he gets away. I love. You actually have a G.W. Bailey, who you remember from the Police Academy films. He's there as sort of the boss. And he's getting mad at him, and, you know, fucking Tom Selleck gets pissed. It's the first time I heard him say fuck. This is like, you know, you're not letting this machine take that out. They always screw up. Say, I want this, I want that. I want to clean the fucking room now. He's like, Ramsey, we're on TV. I don't give a shit. I like Tom Selleck like this. You know, it's rare to see Tom Selleck like this. You know, and he's able to pull out the bullet, and Cynthia Rhodes does a good acting job there. And Kirstie Alley gets pissed, and they're taking him out there. And you have a sequence where they're sort of using these little flotation devices on the highway to go under, like basically moving mines to go under the car and blow it up. And like in their car, they have these like trackers to track where it's going. These grids that pop up on the windshields, and they have this little laser thing that comes and zaps them. Practical stuff. Like nowadays, they just be fucking CGI and it would look fake. But here, this actual thing popping up and actual shit floating, you know, flotation device things. I like that they put the effort into it in the 80s. I miss that. And they jump ship and they realize that she's bugged, and one thing leads to another. They decide to have a meeting. But Jason grabs his partner and they switch and kills Kirstie Alley in a ruthless way, like gets a knife and stabs her right into the back of her head. You don't see blood or anything, but another of the cool sort of heat-seeking bullet trying to shoot at Ramsey. Then you get to the ending, really satisfying ending where, long story short, he's kidnapped his son. He goes after him in this construction site. Goes up, tells the boy to go down, but then says, oh, there's a bunch of those spiders with the acid, and the elevator won't stop, but thankfully Cynthia Rhodes followed them. And you have like a fight where he's shooting it, and Ramsey's trying to get all the steam to block the fucking bullets, block the heat signature. And I love the sequence because you really feel sorry for Tom Selleck's character, his fear of heights. And, there are a lot of people who have a fear of heights. I don't think it's a dumb fear at all. It's not like, oh shit, I want to jump here. I want to jump off this cliff. It'll be fine. I love like he gets on the elevator and it keeps going up instead of down. And I love the way he looks over and he's like, oh shit. And like the music, it's like Jerry Goldsmith music goes, oh shit, oh shit. And then basically spiders, and he has to fend off these robot spiders. I like that it jumps off and spits, and I like the look on kind of his burnt face, because it's kind of, you don't really see a lot of that like burnt face, so it's not like Tom Selleck, I'm gotta look pretty. No, it's like, hey, just do it. It's gonna, I would get burned by this and all this sparks and shit. And then basically has a little tussle with Gene Simmons, and able to stop the elevator, push him off into the fucking spiders and dies. And it's a happy ending where, you know, he kisses Cynthia Rhodes amongst all these sparks, and that sort of love thing. And Runaway is just, I think it's very entertaining. I think it's pretty damn fast-paced. It didn't feel that long. It's a shame this is a bare bones DVD. It's really just talent files and trailers. That's it. I really love Tom Selleck as an actor. You know, it's sad that he didn't get to do many other sci-fi films or action films. I think he did Innocent Man, and I think that film's alright. But I would like to have seen him in a sci-fi film like this again. Like, I really enjoyed it. I think Tom Selleck really pulled it off. He was a big reason why I liked it. Gene Simmons is an excellent villain. I like the capable actors around G.W. Bailey, Stan Shaw, Cynthia Rhodes. Practical stuff like the spiders and the way they did the heat-seeking bullet. That's a neat idea. A bullet that can curve around corners. Be good for assassination. I'm going to program this heat signature. Pew! Boom! You're dead. Goes around corners. It's a neat idea and just really entertaining. I think pretty damn imaginative. I agree with this pro. Michael Crichton's Robots on the Rampage Rousey is imaginative and fast-paced by the L.A. Herald Examiner. I agree. You know, it's very entertaining and it's my kind of movie. You know, sci-fi with a little bit of imagination, some practical goodness, capable actors, a likable leading guy, and a bad guy you love to hate. You know, that's my kind of movie. And that's Runaway. So, thanks for watching. It's not much of a review. I know it's basically me a summation of it, but I just always got a kick out of this movie ever since I saw it as a kid. You know, Jerry Goldsmith does a beautiful job with the music, and you know, I really don't find much wrong with it. Runaway. You know, I love the film. I think it's a gem that's very it's overlooked a lot of the times, and it's too bad. But it's just, you know, same time as the Terminator, but it's too bad. But anyway, thanks for watching, and take care.